That's what we do. We bring you over and we get you liquored up.
I love it.
Cheese.
This is the highlight of my goddamn day.
Welcome to my Caucasian home.
Yes.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Midheaven podcast. My name is Candace Marie.
And it's your boy, the Peace Stealer.
We are back in action. I think this is episode 9, if I remember correctly.
My life path number.
Oh shit. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a whole episode in itself. Wait, okay, so we'll have to get into this, but like, what does that mean?
So
I know what the life paths are. I just don't know what 9 is.
9 is the humanitarian and the hermit in the tarot with the moon. So I think Alyssa Sharp may have explained this best, but 9 life path is like the Larry Johnson or the coach of numerology.
Okay.
So all the life paths will always get advice from life path 9 because we've had every life and we're the final number, and we return everyone back to their number. Like 9 plus 1 is going down to 1. 9 plus 2 goes back to 2, and I've come to see it as, quintessentially the humanitarian life path, and really normally people with that have old souls too, but I love it.
Isn't it kind of like a Saggy energy? No?
Yeah, it could be. It's kind of like Sag, Aqua, and Virgo.
Right.
Probably more Virgo. Yeah.
Do you know all of the life path numbers, or you just know yours?
Oh, like the other numbers I have?
Like, no, do you know the other numbers? I'm just wondering because I'm a 4. And what I've read about 4s is it makes sense for me. Like, I like square things. I'm a planner.
That to me sounds more like foundational and right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm going to learn more numerology personally. I'm not like super in depth, but I didn't know that numerology can be as in depth as palmistry and astrology. Like, people can pull up your arc numbers and all
and your name.
Stuff.
Like,
right.
I remember I saw a numerologist a couple years back, and she was really cool. She was talking to me about the letters of my name, and at the time I was just going by Candace. I wasn't going by Candace Marie, but she was like, she crunched all the numbers and she was like, yeah, if you use your full name, which is Candace Marie, my last name is Luft, which is kind of like weird.
So that's how you say it.
Luft. Yeah.
Okay.
99 von Luftballons, or German, but whatever. It means air.
Nice.
But yeah, basically, like, she crunched my numbers and she's like, well, your name works out to like either a 22 or an 11, which is funny because my birthday is 11/11.
Wow.
So she's like, change everything, like change your cards, go and change all of your checkbooks, like change everything to your full name. And she's like, watch what it does for your finances. And it was like insane that year. Like, that year there was a huge shift. And so now, whenever I'm like thinking of naming something, or if I'm like looking at names or whatever, I definitely crunch the letters of figuring out what the numerology is. And I actually have a really cool link I'll give you to this guy who supposedly predicted Kobe's helicopter crash.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so this guy's a numerologist, and he has all of the numerology from either 0 or 1 to 100, and he has it broken down to where it relates to the tarot, and then he also has it broken down so you can do your personal year, and it'll make all of these predictions for what's going to happen.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's crazy because you can be like, oh, this is my personal number. It goes way beyond just the tarot card.
Right.
And then you can follow it year by year to see what's going to happen. And I was like reading mine for this last year, and it was wild because it talked about like radios and media and like all kinds of like weird stuff. Yeah, I have to give it to you.
The wonderful world of divination. I used to use palsadowski.com, and now I could just type in a name and it'll tell you the number for it, the expression number and the dream number. But the website I don't think works anymore. But I definitely love that website. After a couple of years, I typed in the Peace Dealer, and it was the first time I saw a name that had all the same numbers, and it was 999.
There you go.
I was like, oh, and that name just came to me, just like
Very
You're the piece
interesting.
dealer now. Weird.
Yeah, now I get like super crazy. Like, what am I going to name this? Well, how many letters is it? And I'm just like, man, I don't know if I can change my name because I've got a good number.
Or sometimes, like, thankfully, I'm stubborn as hell. So it's like, okay, this is the name I'm set on. So this is the fate I got. Like, this is the number I'm with.
It's okay. So I'm like really big into Sabian symbols. I don't know if you're like into that.
I'm more into inside degrees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elias Lonsdale. But either way, both of them.
Yeah,
are really
it's gonna tell the same story. What's
Right.
interesting is I was looking at mine.
They're so accurate.
And it wasn't until recently because, like, you know, I named my business Beyond the Veil, and part of it was because of I went to an exhibit. Oh man, maybe 8 years ago. It was like Beyond the Dark Veil. It was like the post-mortem photography thing. It was like an exhibit. Anyway, I liked the name and I was like, oh, Beyond the Veil. And I was like, that's kind of like witchy and like spiritual and like psychic. And I ended up naming my business that only later on to go and look at the specific Sabian symbols for my my Venus, and it actually talks about like piercing the veil and going beyond the veil and seeing beyond the veil. And I was like, oh my God, this shit is real.
When it's in Sagittarius,
My Venus is in
Capricorn,
Cap daddies.
near the 4th house or in the 4th house.
Yeah, daddy issues.
And then Neptune's in Cap for you. So
Yep, I have Uranus at 2, Venus at 6, and Saturn and Neptune exactly at 10 in opposition to Jupiter at 10 of Cancer. Suck on that.
stats.
People be like, what you got at 10? I got all of it.
And you know what? This is something that I love about astrology, divination, all these people who basically, you know, awaken and feel like I'm the reincarnation of this god, or I am this goddess, or I'm that. All you need to do is, you know, pull up your chart. Like, it will show you in your chart if that's true. I used to, and I know this because I was skeptical. I used to look at this to try and prove it wrong. And like, the layers upon which, you know, the physical confirms the spiritual, or the physical confirms the unseen, is like that. And I say that reverse too, because some of you know you're certain beings, but you're not necessarily confident in expressing. But you know, anyone who's confident will say, I'll show you the stats. Like, this is who I used to be in a past life. This is who I am now. It's not going to be vague. Like, you can definitively prove this. So just wanted to put that word out there, because I'm tired of these people who are just like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that, which I feel like is a valuable part of the process, because you need to kind of latch onto an identity. But it's way better to be yourself. Trust me. You don't have to be Tho or Hermes. Everybody is, you know, some guy.
I love like those like super confident white women in their mid 40s who live in the Midwest and do not hesitate to chain smoke on the phone and tell me that they know they were Cleopatra in a past life. I was like, get it, girl. Fucking get it, girl. You and me too. Both of us.
Or ISIS.
Right.
Or Matt.
Right.
A lot of, it's like everyone seems to be from Egypt. So no one was from Czechoslovakia. No one was. Everyone's just from Egypt. That's amazing. I guess we all had a big party.
It's weird. Okay. So speaking of Egypt, this is interesting. So 2 things. One, I know I was from Egypt. Number 1, I like really heavy top eyeliner. That's like my favorite thing in the world. It is. I like it a lot. And I really like gold.
I feel like all Scorpios are from Egypt, though.
But I mean, I remember 3 or 4 years ago, I went to the Boston Museum of Art, I think, the big one that they have in downtown Boston. And they had an exhibit there. They always have mummies there, but they had an exhibit where they brought part of the entry to a tomb, and they took this huge gala room and they built it out, and they had water with like all the reeds growing, and then they had the stones, and then you walk in and you can actually walk up to some of the sarcophaguses and you can like touch them. You're not supposed to, but I did. Whoops. And you can like look at everything.
What a rebel.
And as soon as I walked into the room, granted, they also had an exhibit that was like all of this like Queen's jewelry, I immediately started sobbing. It was the weirdest response I've ever had. And like, we've talked about this, not a fan of public crying, but I like was inconsolably crying for about 10 minutes. Like, I had to go to the bathroom and like have a pep talk with myself in the mirror. I was like, you got to get it together, bitch.
Damn.
But it was like, it was really, I don't know. And then building off of that, I don't know if you saw this recently in the news. They had in Cairo, they took all of the all of the mummies that they have had, I guess that they've found or done research on or tested or whatever. And they had a huge, like, what is it called? A procession where they took them in cars and they drove them down the street. And there was this huge theatrical performance and you could see all of these kings and they were in these sarcophaguses and they were going down the streets of Cairo and they were getting ready to move them. And it was like, as soon as I saw that, it was the same thing. I immediately was like, I'm not going to cry. But it's sick. You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we'll get some clips of this because it's epic. It's really good.
That's wild.
It's a little early. I was expecting something like that in like Leo season when everything goes into Leo.
Right. The red carpet procession.
Right. That's going to be something to look forward to later.
That type of reaction is very telling though. I would tell that's telltale. And a very Aries moon too, like instinctual.
Really? I'm just not an emotional person. Like the most emotion you're getting out of me is when I'm giving
more
you
so
the
like
finger when I'm driving or
the
something.
reaction to like, I don't know. I didn't complete that. I meant to say that to me makes me feel you were definitely reacting to your old comrades or something like that.
So building off of just some like funny stuff that I saw in the news, also that happened today. Did you by any chance see that huge fucking lizard in Thailand?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. So there was this giant lizard that was found in a 7-Eleven in Thailand right outside of Bangkok. And it looked like something out of like, what is that movie where they have the big lizard? What is it called? Oh, Godzilla. It looked like something out of a Godzilla movie.
Godzilla.
Are you want to watch it right now?
I was going to look it up on my phone.
Okay, hold on a second. Wait, we're going to find it. Hold on, wait. Oh, I have my phone right here. Okay. So, I can't wait for everybody to see your reaction to this because this is going to be absolutely fucking insane. So, this giant lizard.
The monsters are coming back.
In a supermarket. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I want to find a short one so you don't have to like watch all the bullshit.
Save and reuse your sprayer to reduce plastic waste. New refills.
Adpocalypse. It's like mandatory.
Look at this.
Oh my God, that's a Komodo dragon type creature.
Look at that thing. Look at this. Watch him. That's a huge fucking lizard.
Shit.
He's just like fucking shit up. Everybody's gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Look at him.
He's just chilling now.
They're like, what do we do?
That's wild.
Anyway, so
imagine if your boss told you had to like get rid, like take it out, and be like, yeah, I quit, sir. Goodbye.
That's kind of terrifying. I don't know what I would do. I can't even handle when there's like a spider somewhere, but I saw that thing and I was just like, oh my God. But I guess they're called monitor lizards, and this was right outside of Bangkok in a 7-Eleven. Maybe he just wanted his free Slurpee.
Didn't seem like it was common to see that too.
I mean, some people were laughing. They seemed pretty calm.
Right. I mean, I'm just still thinking what would happen if that happened during my shift. Like,
I mean,
what do you do?
We don't see stuff like that. I mean, we do because we live in Vegas, but we don't see
Right.
like lizards. We see like people that look like lizards because they're
Lizard people.
Lizard people. Because they've been baked out here in the desert and they're living off of natty ice.
Shapeshifters. Oh, wow. People still drink natty ice. That's crazy. That got me through college. Freshman year.
My family's from the Midwest, so we like Old Milwaukee. Or Coors. We're not going to get sponsored, but we'll try.
Or Trader Jose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely do with a sponsorship from Jose. If you guys haven't noticed, we are definitely sampling all of the liquor brands, trying to see who wants to support this shit show. Okay, so moving down my list.
Good news coming soon.
Did you hear about Putin passing a new law that stipulates that he has the ability to now run for another 2 terms?
Oh, okay. I thought what he signed was that he just gets an extended 2 terms. So you're saying that he can...
He has the ability to run, but it's like, I feel, I don't know, because I'm not Russian, I'm not Putin, but I feel like even if people do run against Putin, like, come on. There's going to be some puppet action, or somebody's just going to, like, it's going to be a close call. Like, I mean, people love Putin. I love the Putin memes. I love the ones of him shirtless on the bear. That's my favorite one.
That's hilarious. Oh, right. I mean, I kind of feel like we had this amazing air trine going on with Gemini, President Trump, and Libra Putin, you feel me? And, and then honestly, my respect skyrocketed for Putin because he called Biden out. He's like, look, let's just debate so I can sun you live on television. And I haven't heard Biden respond to that challenge. So
I have a lot of respect for Putin because he's a solid 3 or 4 inches shorter than Trump and made him his bitch. Have you seen them? Have you seen? I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm not surprised that I haven't. I mean, like
Trump's
on some
a big man.
handshake
He's a tall
stuff or
man.
what?
I don't know. I mean, I could get the stats, but I definitely know that Putin is not a tall man, but everybody's taller than me, so don't listen to me. Okay, we're gonna Google this. How tall is Putin? I know Trump's like, he's like 6'2" or 6'3". But yeah, he's like a little guy compared to him. Okay, he's 5'6". I mean, that's more than a couple inches. I like how it's all in like different things.
5'6", holy shit.
Yeah. First it was in meters and I was like, wait, math? What? But yeah, 5'6". Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Moving down my list. Racist Dr. Seuss books. Did you hear about this?
I heard about it a few weeks ago about how the Dr. Seuss man got canceled. Red fish, blue fish, cancel fish. Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, you know what? Who didn't see it coming? They canceled Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben's. I mean, I think it was just Dr. Seuss's time. I didn't think it would. Dr.
Did they
Seuss
cancel
would ever
Zatarans?
I don't know.
I mean, if we're gonna go in that direction, you might as well get the whole family.
True. I mean, I don't. In retrospect of everything that's being canceled, it's just next on the chopping block. As far as what I personally think about it, I don't know what reasoning they put. If maybe it was the person who wrote it. I don't even know why they canceled it. I just think, canceling cartoon, like canceling Pepe Le Pew, who's not like a real person, but a cartoon character.
Did they cancel Pepe Le Pew?
They canceled him out the new movie, right? They're not going to show him.
There's a new movie?
Oh, my bad. The new Space Jam, because he represents rape culture, which is a complete lie.
You know what? Sometimes you got to take the pussy like Pepe.
Well, see,
I'm just saying. Sometimes you got to
the
go
thing
there.
is, he was getting at a cat, so maybe there was really like a cat not wanting to be with the skunk, and he thought that was a cat. But how they kind of correlated to that is really hilarious at this point because it's becoming a parody unto itself, and it's harder to take seriously each time.
But are they going to have Yosemite Sam and that big rooster who definitely is racist?
Racist, right.
That rooster is racist.
That'd
I don't
be
know
hilarious
his name, but
if they actually keep the rooster.
Right?
I'm
just saying.
They might have actually, but they might. He probably won't be in the movie. That's interesting. I completely forgot about the rooster too.
Don't sleep on the rooster. You can't sleep on the cock.
Right. Oh no, I kind of appreciate that old
Space Jam though. I think about original Space Jam and like, man, like how good the 90s were.
Yo.
Right?
The greatest. We had the greatest music. We had the greatest sports.
I like that like some stuff is like now coming back. Like they're making some of those movies. And also just I've heard a lot of stuff like being sampled recently that's like samples from the 90s. Like one thing I can't stop listening to is like G-Eazy's new song where he takes a sample from, God, what song is that?
I didn't even know G-Eazy still makes music. That's what's up. That's a fellow.
Love me some G-Eazy. I think he's actually a Gemini with a cat moon.
Right? Yeah, that's a fellow.
That's why he's always got that nice style and the nice clothes and the pinky rings.
I just look out to people like that to be like, okay, this is my potential. I can potentially, because
he's so gross though. Some of the stuff he raps about, talk about I keep a Costco sized box of condoms next to my bed, like all kinds of stuff. I mean, but it's just, he's a Bay Area boy. He can get away with that shit.
That's what's up. I forgot what the term was coined for him, but I don't tolerate Gemini slander, so I'm rooting for you,
don't tolerate Gemini slander.
I don't. After 2020, it's like, nope. I'm standing by all my gems. Yay, still, of course.
Well, yeah, that and I guess you and your buddy Trump, who, by the way, is apparently rebranding himself completely as just number 45.
Yes! This is the best. This is why he's dope. That's what I already referred to him as, 45.
Want to rip his name off of the towers. That's really why he's doing it. He has to remarket himself to stay relevant.
Word. Well, I mean, I've been referring to him as 45, so I think that's, very, very awesome. Even Azalea Banks, like, if you're a Gemini, Jussie Smollett, you're really a Cancer. We know this. Cancers don't claim you, but we know you're a Cancer, and we're trading you for 50. But I really, I stand by all Geminis for sure.
I mean, I know that, Gemini gets a bad rap. Scorpio gets a bad rap too. That's why we're here. But I'm a part of a bunch of groups on Facebook, like a bunch of astrology groups, which I like to go in and troll. And sometimes I'll go in and comment on things, and then people realize who I am, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, "Okay, got to get out of this group."
You know what? Come on, keep going.
But there's these parody groups, or these like funny comedy groups that people are making, but they're
astrology shit posting. That's one of the funniest.
I go on there and I post stuff on there all the time.
That one's dope as hell.
I post memes on there. I drop some fire shit.
Right.
But there's a group that I found recently that's called I dated a whatever sign support group.
Oh my god.
And what I've been noticing is that there has been a lot of hate on Cancer and Taurus men recently.
Taurus men?
Yeah.
Cancer men, I understand. Libra men, sometimes. I hear a lot about Libra. Taurus men? I don't know.
I mean, I follow it because, well, I got to do my Taurus research, but.
Interesting. Cancer men for sure get because women fall in love with Cancer men at first, and then
you realize that they're a little bitch,
which is even funnier considering the whole Derek Jackson scandal. But other than
the whole thing with him cheating on his wife, I used to
and everyone makes parodies about you.
I love her. If you're a man, you do this, you do that, and I followed him for a while. Right. And then I was just kind of something's not right here. And then I unfollowed him. And then when I heard that scandal broke about him cheating on his wife, and then I think he addressed it with her.
And then did a reaction video to him addressing it. And the thing that I love about the internet now is when a scandal comes out, the internet isn't shit. People don't give a fuck. When a scandal comes out about you, the whole community does parodies on it. The most funniest parodies.
Which is funny because you got to learn to laugh at stuff. But
it's hilarious.
Can you imagine doing a reaction video with your significant other because you have to basically come out and make a statement because they cheated on you?
Right.
I mean, my video would turn into some Saddam Hussein shit real fucking quick. Somebody would just straight up... they would be dead, and I would go to jail. So,
you have 10 minutes to find the cheater, or I'll cut his head off. You hear me, bitch? Oh my
just run through the streets with his head on a fork.
You know what though? One thing that I'm just so proud of as a Gemini, and I remember there was this meme I shared yesterday. I don't know if I got it from you, but it was basically this one. Funny joke about how undisputed, still the two most hated zodiac signs are Gemini and Scorpio. We got that shit out.
I think you did get it from me.
Yeah. Something I probably did. I wouldn't be surprised. And
I like how I send you stuff and then 10 minutes later I see it on your story. I'm like, I see you, bitch.
I fucking see you, bitch. You got the fire me.
It's okay. I stole it too, so I can't really get angry.
The culture. Oh my God.
Some I do make though. There have been some that I make and then I see them go viral and I get angry because I'm like,
You
really,
didn't put your
bitch?
tag name on it?
No, because I just do it just to do it. But I did a couple that were really funny. Like, did you see that one that has like the goat with his legs crossed and he's reading a book and it says, "This is me reading his birth chart"? That was mine. That went like super insanely viral, and I was like, "Fuck this person." And then I like was angry for a week, and I would go and comment on things, and then I was just like, "I don't care. Like, I will just willingly give that to the internet now."
That's why I always put the @ tag just in case. Like, it was me, bitches. I made that shit. You can steal it. You know what? I feel so bad when people are like, do I have permission to take this meme and use it? And like, I don't even own the meme. Like, I never made it. I stole
credit
it.
Where credit's really due, and that's really the Pluto and Sag generation.
Oh,
those are the kids that made memes.
Pluto Sag?
Oh, for sure, sure. That dark, comedic, like that's total. It's totally that
Visual,
generation.
yeah.
I don't think that's ours at all.
That's interesting. I believe that. I think what we did was really something before that, before memes, as far as just like whatever it was, maybe written posts or whatever. But
I don't know. I'm starting to feel
Pluto Sag that.
Old. Like the more that I think about it, because people will be like, "Oh, TikTok and this and that," and I'm like, TikTok. Like some of my best friends are on TikTok, which is fine. We're all like in our 30s now, and like they're like promoting themselves, and they're like, "Oh my God, I went from like 3 followers in a month to like 30,000 followers." I'm like, "What are you doing?" And they're just like dancing. Like this.
God.
Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand.
Right.
So part of me kind of wants to get on there just to like shit talk little kids.
Yeah, or parody it. There's a way that you can do TikTok that is unique to you that will work. I've just been procrastinating it because I'm stubborn as hell, and I finally just got the hang of Instagram with my old ass.
Right, me too. I feel the same way.
And now people are TikTok.
I don't even know how to. I don't even know how to use Twitter. I need to get with the program.
Me too.
Okay.
I just realized Twitter is the shit. I didn't know everything goes down on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like the Wild
Facebook.
West on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna try to infiltrate TikTok though.
Yeah, TikTok is worth being.
Maybe I'll just go on there and just give like all kinds of like little baby witch tips, or maybe
I thought it was being spied on through China until I remembered. Well, that's what they do with Facebook and Instagram. But we still got it, so might as well.
Let's talk a little bit about Aries, because we're in Aries season. We're going to be in Aries season until probably about another 10, 11 days. And some just of the intense stuff is kind of going on. I mean, I talked a little bit about it recently on my live that I did about the impending new moon on the 11th. And that's going to be a big one because it's at 22 degrees. So it's definitely a cap degree. But I think the big thing that we're seeing kind of building up until the end of the month is we're going to see Venus at the time of the new moon in Aries come into an exact square with Pluto in Capricorn. So all y'all crazy bitches that are hanging out outside of your dude's house, your ex-dude's house, or your cyber stalking, and I think there's going to be a lot of that. And then shortly after, the sun in Aries will come into a square with Pluto. And for me, it's just like, this is just going to kick off with a bang, because shortly after, we're then going to see the sun and Venus move into Taurus, and they're all going to come into close contact with Uranus in Taurus, which is like explosive. And then we have an insane Scorpio full moon at the end of the month.
Oh, shit.
What do you think about the Venus? I mean, because I think that's pretty prominent. Well, I mean, I looked at the chart. You know, the Mars is going to still trine Jupiter, but the Pluto-Venus squares seem most interesting to me in terms of maybe like duels or standoffs.
Yeah, this is very deceptive because Mars is squaring Neptune, so it's a complete diversion. And the full moon in Scorpio is going to be so insane. In fact, I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together until you said that, because all this Aries energy is starting new energy, and we're so focused on starting new energy because we have to like get it off the ground before it
Yeah.
manifests in Taurus, that we don't even realize Mars is squaring Neptune, and that fall. By the way, fun fact, when Mars was this position opposite in Sagittarius, Kobe died, and the pilot had fog because Mars was squaring Neptune. So Mars squaring Neptune in Gemini is now, how can you be clear on your actions, because no one really knows exactly the true path straight. And then it's gonna go into Cancer, and boom, all out war.
Deceptive media is really what I
my
think about
God.
with Mars and Gemini
Facts.
square
Facts.
Neptune, and people still having two very different perceptions of what's going on. But
April Fools said that I didn't know it was April Fool's joke, but
I saw that
Kanye
Kanye
about
shit.
Spotify. Yeah, I fell for that shit. I didn't even know it was April 1st
Can you
when I saw
imagine
that.
if Kanye did buy Spotify? Taylor Swift would burn that fucking thing.
I didn't
down.
realize the article actually said that Kanye removed all the songs and just left his songs on it.
Kanye would do that.
Maybe for a day just to troll people. He would troll people like that for sure.
Speaking of that, following up on the Kanye,
Kanye Day.
apparently
Or Ye Day.
that's not an amicable thing right now. Kim K and Kanye aren't even talking.
Apparently, I heard Kanye is not even taking her calls and forwarding it to security. But you know what? They're freshly divorced. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a couple
Yeah, but
years.
she's been around that block a couple times, so
Oh, true.
I don't know. I would imagine I would hate my first ex-husband too.
I mean,
Or ex-wife.
in less than 2 years, they're cool again. They just need space from each other. You feel me? And then he needs to write some epic songs in his new album, air that out. She needs to do her own thing, finish her law stuff, and then they'll realize, you know what? Now that we're apart from each other, and maybe we can't monetize this drama anymore. We can probably be friends again.
Maybe they'll have another 3 kids.
I believe that. And then they might have a comeback album or something like that.
Cheers to that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just, I guess I bring it up because we're like Venus ruled, but Venus coming into a square with Pluto, I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
Oh no, I forgot Venus is coming into a square with Pluto.
I mean, it's a temporary thing. It's not long standing, but just the fact that Venus is going to square, and then the sun is going to square, and then Mars is going to go into Cancer, and it's going to hit the same degree, that 0 degrees of Cancer, which was the eclipse that we had last summer. So whatever was unfolding and starting last summer, now it's like boom, things come full circle at the end of this
circle
month.
with more knowledge receipts and things adding up this time. And Venus and Aries square Pluto to me is like that person who you can have raw sex with because they would never have a disease, and boom, you have an STD now. So be very careful.
Trying to say Mars and Aries have STDs or what?
No. I'm
They
trying
don't
to
even make
say
it past the head stage. Don't even worry about that. Stay tuned for our Sinistry video, because that will be coming.
She
at
just
some
gonna
point.
out us Mars and Aries like that. It's all good.
Oh, you have Mars and Aries.
Yeah, I do. Exactly square Uranus, 8 degrees. So I mean, sex is infrequent, but when it happens, it's unexpected. But other than that, it's like a.
But it also squares Pluto for you. Right?
King Kunks is Pluto. Oh, but transiting, I mean, might progress. It's It's like finding leftover food you didn't expect to see in the fridge. That's like sex for me. It's like, oh.
It sounds like it's like take it or leave it. Like sometimes you get lucky and you have like cold pizza, and other times there's like Chinese food that's been in there for a week and it's pushing it, but you're like, fuck it, I'm hungry.
I'm Venus Taurus, so any leftover food is good for me.
Leftover food or women.
Leftover women, sloppy seconds. I'm just joking. Yeah, or not.
It's so interesting. To me, it's so interesting to hear other people talk about it, because like I'm super forward and like open about like sex stuff, because
Right.
I find it just fascinating the way that it, especially how it relates to astrology. But it's like, I don't know, I could never live like that. Like if I wasn't having sex on a regular basis, I would literally shrivel up and die.
For me, it's like being in a, and it sucks because all my friends, I think it's because I have like air houses and water signs. All my friends have such an abundance of sex, so it's like I'm the dude in the desert, and then they're like pouring their water out, like, oh, I have so much sex, and it's like, but
So like everybody's just bragging about how much they're having sex. That's
indirectly.
We still
or
do that in our
directly.
30s.
I won't say they're bragging as much as just like they might come to me with issues they have sexually, and it's like, you motherfucker. But other than that, it's also crazy because I realized it's like my Snickers bar, and when I don't have sex, I'm like a maniacal totalitarian dictator until I get my Snickers bar. And then I realize, oh, I just need to get laid.
Get hangry.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's me.
And then the whole concept of like consistent sex, which I wouldn't necessarily say I'm an incel because I've turned down sex before. So I won't say I'm necessarily too picky, right? But I'm not just gonna have sex with anybody, right? But like, yeah. But you know what? I don't really go out. I'm not really social, so that's probably why.
So you better deliver the pussy like Domino's.
Ding dong. Is this your 10 p.m. dick appointment? Oh yes.
Dick appointment.
Miss Juanita, come in.
I mean, I just think it's going to manifest as some intense power struggles, maybe some obsessive stuff. I think about also like because this lunation is happening in Aries and Mars happens to be trining Gemini, there's going to be lots of just like lovers triangles things going on. And
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been sensing that energy too. Like
Yeah.
certain people just like crossing taboos and like really doing something you know is bad, but it feels so good.
oh,
But I mean, it's crazy. I hate that. Like, I just saw a pick a card reading right before I came here that was talking about that too. Shout out to Roseology, but shout out to the Gem Goddess too. She is fire. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's just I'm almost terrified about this because when it comes to romance, a lot of stuff that I hear that's an issue is this whole expectation of having love come to you, and Venus Aries wants you to go and get yours. I remember a Pisces woman, a gorgeous lady, who remarked on, she has Venus and Aries in her chart, and like she doesn't know astrology like that, but she doesn't even know her natal chart, but she mentioned that normally the man is supposed to make the first move, but one of her best relationships happened when she actually made the first move and initiated it, and then, and that made me respect more Venus and Aries because it's like assertive.
yeah, Venus and Aries is super assertive. I mean, they will hunt you down. Like, they will literally hunt you down.
Aries women too. I appreciate how forward Aries women are with me. Like, they'll just let me know and I'll be like, all right, I see, I got my Mars there, right? So I see you, that's what's up. And Aries, I remember this one sexy Aries chick, and it's crazy. It made me appreciate the 12th house too. I remember going to the strip club, and then this Aries lady just comes from behind me and says, "Boo," and caught me off guard. This other lady, after I came with my friend to Whataburger, I was drunk. She was a little tipsy, and she just walks up to me and just starts kissing me on the lips. And I was like, yo, this is some 12th house Aries energy. And I love that Aries vibe. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I need to get to know you first before we do that. Aries is just like, okay. But then as fast as they do it, they're gone too. So
it's so like fun and sexy and like primal. Like, that's what I like about Venus and Aries. It's very primal. I mean, if you can set aside the fact that they can be selfish and want to bust first, and they definitely like head, once you get past that, the trick is you have to play hard to get if somebody has Venus and Aries. You can't just like lie down and just like give up. Mm-hmm. But I just like to punish everybody. I have Venus and Capricorn, so
the Capricorn Scorpio energy knows how to deal with Aries. Maybe Virgo too, but yeah, this is gonna get you all the way out your comfort zone. The way I see this is every single desire you've had for love, romance, success, you will be directly next to, but it's going to evoke your most intense fears, and you're gonna have to confront your most intense fears to get what you want. It's like a forbidden fruit energy.
Well, all is fair in love and war, especially when you're dealing with squares between Aries and Capricorn. I mean, it's it's no joke because it's very Mars and Saturn. So it's like, do you want to take that forbidden fruit? Do you want to jump into that?
And the key is authenticity and integrity. So if there's certain cases where it may be an integrity, like if someone is actually, you know, really good to their partner and that person is acting unfaithfully and you kind of jump for that, it may not end well for you if you're not being authentic. If you're talking to somebody who that person is in an abusive relationship, their partner might be beating them, and then you develop a connection with them, it may not be the most inauthentic thing if they leave that abusive situation, which on the surface would look like cheating, but is ultimately not right.
I guess that's the darker side of the Venus square Pluto, is definitely can be some kind of rougher stuff, some things that are going to be a little bit more unsavory, unsafe. So you want to watch out for that. But just, yeah, I see it definitely more so as power struggles more than anything else.
Definitely.
And then shortly after the moon, you know, the sun follows up with the square. So it's going to reinforce whatever power struggle you've got going on. So it's an important time to know, I think, where Aries and Capricorn lands in your chart. Where is it in your chart?
Capricorn and Aries Capricorn is my 9th house and Aries is my 12th house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Watch out for those foreign stalkers.
Oh, yeah. That come from Spain and Portugal to my door.
Touch wood. Well, the new moon's on my moon, so I'm kind of excited because I'm like, see what that's going to manifest. That's kind of a big one. And then, yeah, it's squaring off with Pluto in my 4th. So I have a feeling I know how it's going to play out, but I'm just trying to, out of sight, out of mind. I'm like, nope, that's not going to happen.
It's in my 12th, so I'm going to stop. I mean, I've thankfully gone a whole lunar cycle without beating my meat. And I I feel accomplished. The moon was in Pisces, you know, but I'm gonna release that.
I have to say, even though that's way TMI, I'm very proud of you.
I feel proud of myself too. You feel
How
me?
do you go a whole month without masturbating?
And
I would
like,
fucking implode.
You have to understand, before that month, like, it was a daily thing. It was religious. It was just like, okay, that's what I'm doing now. I had a ritual with it. Like, I had a whole, but yeah, like, it's in my past now. It's my 12th house sacrifice. My savage
Very
Aries
interesting
ways.
way to look at that. Okay, 12th house sacrifice.
I'm a transform or change it with exercise and get my 6-pack by Libra season.
You need to get into like tantra.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
learn
don't you need a partner for that?
No, but you should. We can find you one. Apply now. Yeah, but if you learn about like tantra and like the breath work and that stuff and like
I'm getting yoga too.
edging.
Yeah, edging. So edging really does work.
I don't have a dick.
Oh, yeah,
so
right.
I don't know that. But
I did edging a little
to.
bit during that 1 month. You know, and the way I edged
I like
was.
how you go from I didn't masturbate to I might have edged a little bit.
No, it was just this one day because
like rub up on your shorts in a certain way.
Like, and that's how I edged. Like, I didn't plan to edge, but I just stopped myself, and then it ended up being edging, and I was like, nah.
I don't know. Penises freak me out. I can't even think about that. I can't. I mean, I love them, but like, I don't want one.
Yeah.
Love.
And just letting you know, ladies, you know, once this 6-pack comes in Libra season, the peace dealer, aka Magic Mike, is starting his OnlyFans and doing strip tarot. So,
yes.
You know,
He'll sling cards and cock.
I got you. So your greatest fantasies will become true, and you can show me some love, and I can pay for my insurance with that money, and I can get off and be a strong, independent black man.
Yeah, it's not easy being self-employed.
Right.
So we gotta pay for Mike's insurance and our liquor fund to keep this going.
Yes.
Well, this has definitely been the raunchiest one yet. We say that now until we do this Sinistry one, because that one's coming in the future. We got some of your guys' requests, and we are going to make some future episodes. But yeah, kids, that's all for this week. Anything else?
Y'all stay blessed. Princess Diana has passed, and JFK, I think so.
That was my favorite one of everybody who sent stuff asking.
I believe he did pass, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
unfortunately.
we still might, fish that out and look at those charts.
You never know. You never know.
Tupac is alive.
Yeah,
resurrection. All right. Well, until next time, it was nice getting a chance to talk to you guys all about our sex life and the planet.
No fap.
And monster lizards. We will be back next week. Until next time, take care.